I wasn't going to talk about this because I was starting to get a little bit tired of saying, I told you. I didn't starting to grow a little weary of being that guy. But then I had to fight that because I recently made a declaration that that's my payment for telling you. You understand what I'm saying? Especially when you don't listen. I don't feel like y'all wasn't listening. So, anyway, what's more important than that is the fact that when this horrible news came up, when the horrible alleged news came up about Jay-Z, everybody talked about it. I mean, it hurted a lot. It hurt a lot of people to talk about it. I seen a lot of people. It was looking like their worst day of blogging. If you was a fan of Jay Z, like it was like you lost a family member. But now that the charges or the case is dismissed against him, I don't know. The vloggers don't seem as loud, and I feel like that's wrong. You understand what I'm saying? So here I am. Question. What's rocking, y'all? Not that. Question. Where are all the victim blamers? Or the victim blame, no, the victim shamer blamers, or the victim shamer shamers, whatever you want to. Where them people at? You always, everybody wanted, when somebody is just using a little bit of common sense ain't that common. When somebody's using a little bit of common sense, just what is it because they happen to, I don't want to get into the sexist thing. What I was going to say is it because they happen to be males? But it ain't just that, because some females ain't believe this. Some women ain't believe this either. Is it because they're Jay-Z fans and all that? No. This case sounded fishy from jump. Thin. Frail. Like, when it first jumped off, I vlogged about it. I didn't stick with the story because I didn't feel like it was no story there. It wasn't that much to talk about. Let's go back to the details. Well, the initial details. Where this girl was supposedly 13 years old, got dropped off by a friend in the general area of or not the general area, but dropped off at a MTV award show after party with no money, no credentials, no way to gain access to this party. Left her there to do such a thing. She ends up, no, not she ends up. She goes knocking on the windows of limos. That rhymes. She go knocking on the windows of limos, trying to get in though. She get dubbed. Finally, she run into somebody, rolls down the window and goes, "You look like Puffy type." And you look like you Puffy would like you. Go around and meet me around the. I'm gonna get you in. Like, that made no sense to me. Like, first of all, I went right back to the friend. The friend who dropped your 13-year-old ass off in Manhattan somewhere at a party for grown folks with no money, no way to access. Who was that? You got dropped off. You didn't say your friend rode up there with you on the train. You didn't say a cab. You didn't say you could have said, you know what I'm saying, like you didn't specify that you told your friend, listen, I mean, you didn't say that. You didn't say, listen, I just went up there with intentions to make it happen. You didn't say none of that. You say you got dropped off in a car by another 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old. You ain't allowed to drive at them ages. Right? I was running the streets at 13 and 14. I don't care. I mean, I guess it's different for dudes, for boys and girls, right? But there's no way in the world. And I was tall. I wasn't about to finagle my way inside no industry party. Okay, yes, I was tall and male, right? Granted. But if I went up there with if one of my friends at my age dropped me off, he's not dropping me off. Me and my friends used to be in wild stolen cars at 14 and 15 and all of that, right? I could see my homeboy right now going, yo, you going where? What's going on up there? I'm not taking you. We ain't going up there for what? Nah, son, I'm just gonna go up there. I'm gonna try to get, I'm trying to be a rapper, son. Take me up there. I'm gonna get. By the time them niggas get finished making fun of me, I would have probably been like, nah. I would have been like, nah. Niggas ain't dropping me off there just to what? And what you gonna do when you get there? I remember the night I got shot. I told my man I was going to this party. One of the niggas who was my friend when I was 14, and we was doing the stolen car shit. I mean, I got shot. I was 17. Damn, that was only 3 years later. Anyway, the night I got shot, I was like, yo, I'm getting ready. I told my man Guns, I'm like, yo, I'm getting ready to go to this party over here, blah 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 blah. He was like, yo, could I he was like, I get in with my biscuit? I was like, nah, I don't think, nah. So he was like, I ain't going. There's nobody. Anyway, I digress. The only person old enough to drive and drop this little girl off at 13 at this only thing that makes sense is a pimp. That's the only thing that makes sense. A pimp is the only nigga that would kick a young girl out of a car without no money or no nothing and go make it happen. You know, you have your instructions, whatever they might say. So if that were the case, then if she got dropped off by a pimp, then what is she there to do? What's her intentions? To get inside this party with all these grown people? Go in there and say these heinous acts happened to her. She was able to fight grown men off or whatever. She gets out, calls her pops, and her pops picks her up from a nearby gas station. Her pops don't remember that. Come on, bro. Details start coming out. Gene Deal talk about what this was in what year, 2000 and what? We didn't use no limos back then. People she talk about was at the party, got proof they wasn't even in town then. Come on, B. Who didn't know this? Yeah, bruh. Where are the victim shamer blamers? What is us going to do about this? Like, why? The quote unquote victim shamers Because I'm not with victim shaming. I'm being an asshole. But what I'm saying is, we reserve the right to use common sense. You know, if it wasn't so many of these in the world, then maybe people would believe women when they first, or any victim when they first speak up. But it ain't no law. I mean, like, niggas put people life in all kind of disarray with they public accusations and all of that, and don't nothing happen to them. Ain't no legislation against that. You made it to the end of this video. No, this ain't the end of the video. Welcome to the nation. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. You know what a pause protest is? That's you. If you talk about, yo, you too grown to be saying pause. Auto reverse, nigga. I'm your host, tour guide, president of the King around here, the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor on Amsterdam floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules. Rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpayer citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks. Or Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App, but y'all do y'all. So good. Cash App tag will be in the description, along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than to hear me yap. Translation: all the mixtapes are there. All of the mixtapes, from Slang and Rock Volume 2 all the way back to Shelf Shop. You know what I mean? And I got music out there too on all digital streaming platforms. Digital strap forms. Pause. Yeah, I'm gonna be on Twitch too soon, so check me out there. Also, when you type in the nation, spell check. Helter Skelter spelled with a and an H at the end of both words, not an ER. You know, rock is spelled with a C and a K, unless you're a Crip. I understand y'all politics. You understand what I'm saying? But if you ain't no Crip, then I'm gonna delete your comment. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all confusing the new people. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all confusing the new people with that. They can't spread the word properly if they don't know how to spell it. The y'all mean your herds, right? You understand what I'm saying? And for the love of God, it's BCC, not BBC. Pause. If you don't understand why that needs to be a pause, then you don't belong here. Anyway, the lawyer, the same Tony Busby dude, because his name need to be said, the 1-800 lawyer, as J. Cole do, he admitted in the Diddy documentary that TMZ did, he was talking about that's a thing they do. He basically admitted to, I don't know, mass extortion. This is what they do to dudes, to celebrities. It's a tactic. They hit you up, threaten you, tell you we about to, you know what I'm saying, we about to put all this dirty info on the flow, and you either pay up or else. Niggas, you gonna do this to a father? You understand what I'm saying? Especially if a nigga innocent. Come on, B. I don't like it. And I know you don't either. Like, lawyers who do that, they need charges too. You expect niggas you expect people to have faith in the law. You can't. Nah, bruh. That can't just keep flying. Nah. I don't like it. I don't like it. You made it to the end of this video. Let me get 4 justice scales. Oh, yeah. And by the way, Jay-Z was like, now, salute the ARP. He's like, now you can't leave. If you know what movie it's from, you know what movie that's from. Now you can't leave. What was it, Bronx Tale? Anyway. Because now Jay suing him. You know what I mean? Like, but Jay shouldn't have to sue him. He shouldn't have to. He should just be awarded the money, or this other nigga should be facing some sort of stiff penalties. Pause. Staunch penalties. Harsh. Four scales of justice. Rock on, rock on.